Welcome to the sanctuary. I'm Kyle, and I'm here to tell you, never be afraid to step into the pleasure den of the absurd. This is my 2024 retrospect video. I'm going to show you some stuff that I got throughout the year of 2024, but they just fell through the cracks and never got on a video that I did before. So we're going to go old school tonight as well. Just to get this up, I'm having laptop issues, editing issues, so we're going to go old school with editing via the pause button on this camera. We're going old school, all right. Yeah, that's right. And editing with this pause button is the reason why I have to reshoot this whole thing from the top. So here we go. And now that I got my button on, I can tell you that in April of 2024, I went to the Chiller Theater Convention, ran into my old great friend, Lisa Petrucci, who runs Something Weird Video, and she gave me this medallion as a keepsake. And now I can be a true member of the Something Weird Secret Society. One of the things that I did pick up from the Something Weird table was this CD of audio snippets from old drive-in films. This kind of stuff that made you want to get to the snack bar and feast up, I'll tell you what. And speaking of Something Weird Video and weird movies, I got me the first 3 issues of Grindhouse Resurrection magazine, published by Pete Chiarella. He just published part 4, issue number 4. Check it out. Yeah! Oh yeah, we're going old school tonight. And speaking of Chiller Theater and movies, I got me some movie memorabilia. Here's a lobby card from 1947 when they reissued the great final film by Laurel and Hardy, Blockheads. Look at this. They're both in the shot. A great scene from the film. I had to get it. And speaking of Laurel and Hardy, this movie poster is their actual final film they ever made together, Utopia. This movie poster is 70 years old, as it has a 1954 copyright on the poster. And continuing on with Laurel and Hardy and Chiller Theater, I picked this up in October 2024. This album here boasts a 1979 copyright, and I only got it for $5. I do have this on CD. I've never seen it on vinyl before. And it says here, a collection of rare recordings made by Stan Laurel and Oliver Hardy from 1932 to 1959, a variety of things, television appearances, interviews, and whatnot. It was cool if you're a Laurel and Hardy fan. Back in the spring of 2024, I bought a bunch of albums, made a video about it, and I got this album at the same time, and it fell through the cracks when I made that video. Space is the Place by Sun Ra. Kind of a soundtrack to the film of the same name. If you go to Sundazed Records, their website, I think they're offering like a double or triple album with the Blu-ray of this movie all remastered. That's something I definitely want to get. And speaking about movies and Blu-rays, this is a great documentary about Electric Lady Studios on 8th Street in New York City, built for Jimi Hendrix, who recorded his last recordings there. And those final recordings are on this 5 LP box set, Electric Lady Studios, a Jimi Hendrix project. If you're a Jimi Hendrix fan, if you're a hardcore fan, you will love it. It's not for the novice, but there is some great alternate mixes, alternate takes, stuff you haven't heard before. And if you're a Hendrix fan, you need to hear it. And lastly, this album here, John Trudell, Wounded Indians. I just did a video about this. This is my 2024 album of the year, hands down. It was a record store release in November. I found it on YouTube. I listened to it exclusively for days. I've heard this over and over again. I had to call a record store in South Dakota to get me a copy. The great thing about the physical copy is it has all the lyrics, all the prose, all the information about all these great songs. And it's printed on red vinyl, 3 sides, an excellent album. Please give it a listen. 2024 marked my being on YouTube, my channel, for 2 years now. In August, I passed that benchmark, and I want to thank all my subscribers, everybody that comments, everybody that watches. There's a few that are really dedicated, and I certainly appreciate all your support. 2025, I plan to be more proactive. I'm going to need probably a new laptop to do that. This is why we're going old school tonight. I just wanted to quick do a 2024 review and to thank everybody for watching. Happy New Year 2025. Never be afraid to enter the pleasure den of the absurd.